Hey everyone, welcome to Marketing 223. I'm Nicole Hyatt, and over the next 8 weeks, we are going to study something you already have years of experience with, and that's being a customer. Every one of you has no doubt a story about a company that really made your day. Also, probably a story about a company that made you really frustrated. This course explains why both of those things happened, and more importantly, it teaches you how to fix the second kind of experience. And here is what's going to happen in this course. By week 8, you are going to deliver a professional pitch redesigning a real customer experience that failed you. Not a hypothetical, a real brand, a real failure, your real recommendation. That project starts this week when you choose your brand. So keep that in the back of your mind through this whole lecture. Now, chapter 1 in our reading starts with a simple question that turns out to be not so simple. What is quality customer service? Most companies would say something like meeting customer needs. But here's the thing, customers don't grade you on whether you technically meet their needs. They grade you on how the experience felt against what they expected. That gap between expectation and experience is the single most important idea in this course. When experience exceeds expectation, you get loyalty. But when it falls short, you get a service breakdown. And we'll spend a lot of week 4 on those actual things. Quality service isn't a policy, it's really a promise that the company keeps. The chapter also maps out how much the service sector has changed. We have globalization, we have demographic shifts, we have different earning potential of families. We have more educated and informed customers who can so quickly compare you to a competitor on their phone in seconds. The bar keeps rising because customers keep getting more powerful. And then there is the disruption that your textbook is refreshingly honest about. Chapter 1 introduces AI-powered service. So we have interactive phone systems, chatbots, automated everything, and then admits something that I really like. With that rapid movement and development of AI tools, nobody really knows what customer service is going to look like by, say, 2033. So sit with that. The authors of this textbook and the experts are really telling you that this field that you're studying is being rewritten in real time. And that's not a reason to panic. It's just a reason to pay attention. You will see an AI spotlight in every single week of this course. And because every chapter of customer experience is being touched by this, your job is to graduate understanding AI as a service tool better than the managers who will interview you. Now, chapter 2 answers the question that chapter 1 raises, and that is, if quality service is a kept promise, what lets a company keep it? The answer is service culture. The internal machinery of strategy and systems, training, empowerment, and motivators that determine what employees actually do when their manager is not watching. And your textbook opens these chapters with 2 perfect examples. The first is Trader Joe's. They run a grocery store with no coupons, no sales, no loyalty program, and it still has some of the most devoted customers in America. But how? Well, they hire people-oriented employees. They train them relentlessly, they pay them well, and empower them to fix problems on the spot. The famous experience of a Trader Joe's employee just opening a product to let you try it, that is not an employee breaking the rules. That is the culture working as designed. Another example, Starbucks built its empire kind of the same way, calling employees partners and backing it up with benefits, tuition coverage, stock. Notice the pattern. Both companies invested inward first in the people who deliver the experience, and the customer experience followed that. Culture is upstream of experience. You cannot fix a customer experience without touching the culture that produces it. And that insight should show up in your final pitch. Now, chapter 2 closes with a list that's worth memorizing. It's what customers actually want. And it is rarely perfection. It is mostly just to be treated like a human, to have things work the way that they were promised, and to have problems fixed without a fight. The chapter also gives you the acronym RUMBA, a tool for employees' performance goals. So, realistic, understandable, measurable, believable, and attainable. And here's how I want you to notice it now. When you write your final pitch, your redesign recommendations need to pass this Roomba test. A recommendation the company could never realistically execute. It's not a strategy, it's just a wish. And we'll come back to this in week 8. You will find all your week's assignments in Canvas, so make sure you check those out. Look at the chapters you need to read and the quizzes, and there is a forum as well. And this assignment is a big one. This is where you are going to submit your brand selection. Now, you're going to choose a real company that genuinely failed a customer, and you're going to pick something you have a feeling about, because you will work with this brand for 8 straight weeks, and your annoyance of what happened or you heard about is going to be the fuel. Before you write, glance at the customer expectations list again in chapter 2 and name the exact expectation that your brand did not meet. That one sentence will really pay off in the weeks that come. I'm glad you're here, and I can't wait to see the brands you pick and the work that you do.